it's Leanne.
And Ari. Hey.
So today's topic is peer pressure.
Yep. Kind of a big one.
Do you guys ever feel like you've been in that position where someone's making you do something you don't want to do?
If you have, that's called peer pressure. And there is positive and negative peer pressure, FYI. And some are pressured into doing drugs, stealing, lying, cheating, even sex and smoking sometimes. And those are all bad, and they have consequences. So.
Well, the main things behind the negativity are the sex, the smoking, and the drugs. And I don't know about you guys, but there are 30% of high schoolers that have been offered drugs, and 74.3% of them have tried alcohol.
And peer pressure can extend beyond school. It can even happen in your neighborhood, like those neighborhood school like the bullies in your neighborhood, like in those old cartoon shows. And yeah.
Some ways to reduce this negativity include making your best judgment. Ari, you want to explain that?
Yeah, so by making your best judgment, Leanne means, let me think. Okay. Yeah, like make your best judgment with your friends, like who you're friends with, if they're a good crowd. Like I know everybody hears that being said all the time. Oh, don't hang out with the wrong crowd, but it's true. You don't want to hang out with the crowd that is doing stuff that is illegal, first of all, or potentially harmful to you. And I'd say that you would use your best judgment to decide whether or not that's good for you or good for others, and if you can help stop it, do it. So
yeah, and some other ways include telling your parents. At times, I know it's difficult to be able to go and tell your parents about everything that's going on, but if you're being peer pressured into doing drugs, having sex, or drinking, this is some stuff that they need to know.
Yeah.
And when you're in close contact with somebody and they're like all up in your face, just say no.
Yeah.
And just walk away. Just walk away.
Just don't even give them the second thought. Just don't. And it's horrible because some of the things that teens are pressured into is just so horrible. Like the average drinking age is 13. Yeah, 13.
Now that is absurd.
That's crazy. Imagine if you have like a younger sibling and you see them drinking, or like you just see them doing drugs or something like that. You're gonna stop them, aren't you? Probably not if you're doing it yourself.
You don't just want to stand there on the sidelines and just see this group of older kids looking down upon your younger sibling or relative. You don't want to just stand there and be like, oh, that's cool. I'm just going to continue and walk away. Don't do that. Get in the middle of that group and help out your friend or sibling, anybody you're related to. And even if they're not your friend, and you could tell by look on their face that they don't want to do it and they're being pressured into doing it, stand up for them. Even if you're not their friend, stand up to those kids pressuring them.
And yeah, you just need to stop. People need to stop with the peer pressure. It feels horrible when you're getting peer pressured into stuff too. It's not like it doesn't make you cool. It doesn't make you it's not supposed to make you feel better like that. Like I don't know how to explain that. Leanne, expand.
Wait, what? Well, it's not just drinking, it's also smoking.
Yeah.
So,
smoking.
Yeah, and bad things come with smoking and drinking. And smoking is way worse than drinking. Smoking can give you cancer, lung cancer, And
that's not a good thing.
Do you want lung cancer?
Seriously.
You better you gotta think twice about this.
Yeah.
If you're holding that cigarette, say to yourself, do I really want to put my body at risk?
Yeah, is it beneficial or destructive for your body and for yourself? And also, as Leanne said before, is it something your parental guardian or parental figure would approve of? Because it's really important that you listen to that person, because they do know what's best for you. And I would think of your future. Would it drastically affect your future? Getting pregnant will drastically change your future. And also smoking, because that will cause long-term effects in your future. So I would just think about those and take that into consideration. Be smart, and just don't do things upon impulse or just because your friends say for you to do it.
Yeah, just make sure that you're surrounded by a group of friends that will say, hey, you might want to think twice about doing that, because you're really putting yourself out there. You're really putting yourself at risk. And you could even put your friends at risk, because if you're peer pressured into doing something that you don't want to do, and you know it's bad, but you're going to continue to do it anyway, your friends can get sucked in, because you'll eventually become so addicted to what you're doing that you'll go up to your friends and be like, hey guys, have a cigarette, or here's some alcohol. Don't do that. Just don't do it. Just don't. You don't want to get your friends in trouble.
Yeah.
Because then there's gonna be more consequences. You could possibly even lose your friends, because they could go to their parents and be like, Mom, Dad, my friend so-and-so is pressuring me into drinking and smoking, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah. And also, you can try to end you can't technically really end peer pressure at your school, but you can step up for somebody, and you can tell them that it's wrong what they're doing, and try to tell them that that's not cool. Smoking's cool. No, it's not. I mean, I understand that some people use that as stress relief, but if you're just doing it just because it's supposed to be fun and recreational, no, just don't do it, and don't do drugs. Just don't do them.
Just no. And not only can you speak with your parents, but you can also speak with a really close, trustworthy friend. And there are also numerous crisis hotlines. There's one for alcohol and drugs and smoking, and one of the big things is, if you guys saw my last video, I talked about suicide. You can also get peer pressured into committing suicide.
Yeah.
And there is a hotline for suicide prevention. For suicide, call 1-800-273-8255. And that's here in the U.S. That's the National Suicide Prevention Help Hotline. And for alcohol, if you just need somebody to talk to, the alcohol and drug helpline is 800-527-5344. And if you're dealing with drugs and you need somebody to just say, hey, this is putting you at many health risks, and it could also lead beyond yourself. You could pressure your parents and stuff. Call 800-COCAINE. That's the cocaine and crack helpline. Or you can call 800-729-6686. That's the National Clearinghouse for Alcohol and Drug Information. And
yeah, all these lines, when you call them, they'll refer you to a place where you can go get help, like therapy centers and just rehab centers. So, and they really will help you. It's not just a line and you call, and it's just it'll really help you. So I do it. It's not lame to get help. It's
you're not being stupid by getting help.
Yep.
If you go to the doctor and the doctor finds something wrong with you, you want to be able to stop it right then and there, because the doctor could tell you that you only have a certain amount of hours left to live. You need to put an end to it. If you're drinking, if you become a heavy alcoholic or a smoke addict, you cannot stop because you're addicted to it. And you don't, and when you're doing all of that, you don't realize what it's doing to your body. And and the time can come to when it's too late and you can't do anything.
It's just so sad. So let's try to end peer pressure together. Fight.
Hey, Matt, come here.
What?
Come hither.
Yeah.
Matt, sit down.
Okay.
Have you ever been peer pressured into doing something you didn't want to do?
Yes.
Would you please share your experience with us?
One time, I told me to shoot myself in the hand with the airsoft gun. I did it. Near the hood.
An airsoft gun?
Yeah.
And did it leave a scar? Okay.
See,
I
it's
left
like
a nasty-
blood thingy.
Let's start that scar there.
You can't see it,
Mystery.
but
It's faint, but it's there.
yeah.
Even doing stuff like that, you're being pressured into hurting yourself. Do you
Yeah.
really want to hurt yourself
Yeah.
because of what other people have told you?
And Matthew's gonna leave us. Okay.
So, if you haven't seen the previous teen issues video, it's about suicide.
check
Please
it out.
go check it out. If
Go
you need
watch
the
it.
help, go watch it. And if you're at PHHS, check out the Panther Paw. Go to
Paw News.
thepantherpawnews.weebly.com
Go check it out.
for
Check it out.
all your PHHS news.
There's sports, there's debates, there's like all this info about clubs.
There's everything.
All these student life pictures, interviews and music reviews. It's just really awesome. It's like a Facebook page for the website, pretty much.
Yeah, it's
For
really
school.
cool.
It's really awesome.
So,
And check us out on Facebook and Twitter too.
yeah, check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
Yep.
Our Twitter handle is PHHS News.
Yep.
News is lowercase, by the way.
Yeah.
And Facebook, we're The Panther Paw.
Panther Paw.
So, you guys want to check those out, and I'll see you guys in a few days or so. Make another video. So, just heads up. Bye.